So Ron Paul, ladies and gentlemen, this is what he said over 40 years ago.
Most of our history, we didn't have those institutions. The FBI came in during the First World War. And interestingly enough, one thing that Woodrow Wilson did, he used the FBI to spy on American citizens and actually arrest them if they disagreed with his foreign policy about going to war in Europe. And isn't it interesting how recent they used it in the Vietnam era? Democrats used it there. Republicans used the FBI to spy on 100 different groups in this country, including the churches, who disagree with the policy in Central America. It almost looks like the FBI was designed to spy on Americans who might be disagreeing with policy, especially the foreign policy. So the FBI, although I don't think I can condemn everything they've ever done, because I'm sure some of the investigations and investigation of crime has been beneficial, but that could be accomplished through Justice Department within our states. We wouldn't reject that portion of it. But I think the FBI has kept and continues to keep a lot of records on a lot of individuals. The CIA has only been here since 1947. Their record is lousy. I mean, just think of the CIA used by the Democratic administration to...
Anyway, that's where that clip ends. That's an amazing clip. That's why people love Ron Paul. And, I don't agree with Ron Paul on Social Security or Medicare for all and some other things, but I certainly agree with him on that. He's hitting a home run right there. I certainly agree with a lot of his foreign policy. He's an anti-interventionist, and you could see why they had to. When he was running as a Republican in the Republican primaries, I don't know if you know, but he would win those debates, and then they would like rig the polling afterwards, or they wouldn't show it, or even on Fox News.
Yeah, right. Because
he was anti-war, right? And so they get all their money from the military-industrial complex and Wall Street gets to, and so that's why he became like he became the Bernie Sanders of the Republican Party, where the Republicans tried to shit on him.
Today I did a pasta show this morning, and maybe Steven said it, but he's like Coke, and then his son's like Coke Zero.
That is correct.
Yeah, he's classic.
But nice job by Ron Paul. That was we don't need the FBI. The FBI, our own government's been spying on us ever since they invented these national police agencies.
Yeah, well, I like how the CIA is like, well, we don't do that in America. That's the FBI's job, is to spy.
So, and they do it all the time. They're still doing it. And if anybody ever gets together to go against the establishment in any meaningful way, I'm talking union workers, I'm talking anything, the FBI is there to infiltrate and sabotage them. And that's what the FBI does. They're not your friend, they're your enemy. And there was a recent call from the right wing to disband and get rid of the FBI because what they were doing to Trump, because they were going into it to getting his classified documents.
That's not cool what happened to you.
And so that made them like, hey, let's get rid of the FBI. They've been screwing over Trump. And the people on the left were like, you're not serious about it, so we're not going to do it.
Were they not serious about it?
Doesn't matter if they were or not. So what? You guys control Congress. Call their bluff. Write up the red legislation. See if they'll vote for it. And if they don't, you can embarrass them.
Like they like the high class cops at the federal level, not like these losers that like the low class cops.
Hey everybody, we're doing live stand-up comedy. We're going to Tempe, Palm Springs, Milwaukee, Nashville, Northampton, Massachusetts, Syracuse, New York, Cohost, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, and Washington, D.C. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.